Hey folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. It is Saturday, September 28, 2024. It's Mrs. Bee Farm, Barbara's birthday today. So everyone, be sure to comment below, wish Barbara happy birthday. She's been doing a lot of canning. We got a lot of stuff from the garden. She's making cinnamon pickles, dill pickles, bread and butter pickles, salsa, tomato sauce. She's about got the pantry filled up, and we got some peaches off a peach truck from Colorado, and so she made some peach preserves. Cunningham peaches, they're awesome. Look them up if they come to your town. You just place your order, and when they show up, you go pick them up, and man, they are the best. Big, delicious peaches. Skin comes off easy. They're the kind that peels real easy. They're just wonderful. I love them. And earlier in the year, in the spring, we got some cherries from there, and they're really good too. So when she was down here eyeing these little possum grapes, they're actually a little plum, but she was eyeing these thinking she was going to do something with those. So I don't know if she's going to do that or not. She picked up a few, but we'll see. Anyway, been really busy around here, not so much on bees, but I've been digging up grass burrs in my lawn and the grass all around here. Sandburrs, some people call them. They're just nasty, horrible stickers. Sticks to your pants, and when you pick them off, they're like needles, and they just stick in your fingers. They're horrible. Sticks in the dog's feet, gets between their toes, gets infected. So my last video, I showed a picture of a pile of those in the burn pit, and I put probably a third again, that many in there. And we had us a nice rain, so it wasn't dry, and I was able to burn those. So last weekend, between Saturday and Sunday, I got 6.4 inches of rain. Man, it was wonderful. We needed it so bad. That's going to give the fall flow a kick. All the asters are blooming now, and that really opened them up and got them going. So bees are on those. So this time of year, it's a little bit of a flow. Once that's done, it's time to combine your hives and get them set for winter. I've been doing feeding. Today, going to check on two of the hives that we've been following. So Tiny Swarm 2, it had a virgin queen in there last we checked. That's been almost 2 weeks ago. She should be mated now, and mating this time of year's not that good. I just watched a Bob Benny video, and he said queen bees mate from, I think he said 14 to 20 drones, and there may not be 20 drones within a mile of here right now. So I didn't realize they mated with so many. I knew it was multiple, but not that many. But yeah, we'll check on that, see if that queen's mated. We'll use her for just a resource queen, a banked queen, if we need another queen, if we find a queenless hive. And speaking of that, Hive 29, I did find queenless, and Tiny Swarm 1 did get mated. And I just took the 3 frames that we had in our nuke and just put them into that queenless hive, and I split it too. I put half of it onto a stronger single, and I just put her in the side. And she was in there, and we saw her. But she should be laying by now. She did look mated to me. She looked like a nice, good-sized queen. And the Tiny Swarm 2 queen, that was Blondie. So we'll check on Blondie. My prediction is Blondie won't even be found. Blondie went out to mate looking for her 14 drones, and probably didn't find any. And she found a dragonfly, found her, and she got 8. But we shall see. Let's get in there and find out. Okay, here's our Hive 9, Tiny Swarm 2, and got some activity going on. Looks good. Get in there and see if she's there. Move the dummy brick. Hey, dummy. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of bees right here right now. I don't like that. And yeah, the bees you see out front are robbers. They're cleaning this up. So there was a frame of brood in here. So there's a little bit of pollen. That's disappointing. It was a good sized little swarm too. So yeah, there's that brood, and there's nothing here to take care of it, and there's small hive beetle larvae getting into it. So I'm going to take this and put it in the freezer. There's the little slimy suckers. So yeah, there was nothing in here to maintain temperature, take care of this brood, and it died. And the small hive beetle larvae are taking over. So I'll take that up and put it in the freezer. And we can put that into a hive later, and the bees will take care of that and uncap that brood and take the larva out of there, and it'll be a good frame. It's a 2019 frame, so I could just scrape it, cull it, because that's a little bit old, but it doesn't look bad. This is a 2017 frame. It doesn't look too bad either. But these bees here are robber bees. Yeah, and man, look how many more of these small hive beetles larvae have come out since I've been moving this around. Yeah, so they will slime a whole hive. So this hive was okay. They were taking care of it, and this is a result of the bees being gone and nothing there to take care of these and keep them under control. In fact, before these get off into the ground and get into the ground, and then they'll become a small hive beetle, I'm gonna marshmallow them up real quick. It doesn't take but just a second, if that, to toast them up and take care of them. You don't want to hold your torch in one spot very long, because it'll melt the comb. All right, that pretty much did it. Let's get around hive 29. Let's see, where are we going? Right here. So another thing I did, hive 32, right there was an apame, and they were just packed in there. They were full, so I expanded them out into a 10 frame. And that's the apame that I took them out of right there. So that's a 7 frame nuke. Okay, this queen, we put her in on the left hand side. The 3 frames over here were from the apame hive that's sitting down there, as I had it set up with the divider in it. It was a 3 frame nuke with the tiny swarm queen number 1, and she's kind of a tiger butt queen, and I got her marked that day I put her in here. So last time we saw her, she was on this frame right here. We might center this up today and get this moved over. So since this is where most of the bees are, I'm going to pull my frame out on this side first and work my way over. Plus that'll let me see how much food is in here for them, because I think it's not bad. Yeah, this is a lot of honey in there, and there's uncapped nectar. Same thing on that side. Yeah, that's got pretty good weight to it. Lots of nectar, bee bread there. It's got a few bees covering it, not many. Population's a little low on this. When I did that combine and took the top over that direction, I should have shook those bees down, but the sun was setting on me and I didn't have time to do all that. So we need this queen to get laying. Hopefully we'll see some larvae. So I'm seeing good amounts of food here. And this hive isn't cram-packed full, so there's enough stores in here to last them a long time, but we need to get some more in here. These frames here in the middle don't weigh much at all. They're mostly empty, but there is some capped honey, a little bit of nectar, and bee bread. And this is very empty. So this hive is a little bit danger of getting overtaken by pests. All right, let's keep an eye out for our queen. and signs of laying here. I'm not seeing her. They're bringing in nectar right there. So this hive hasn't been fed. I don't see eggs. You know, it's possible she was still going out mating more and got gobbled up. I see larvae and eggs. So she's in here laying. Good deal. Now let's just see if we can spot her. She should have a green dot. And this whole side here is laid up as well. Right in here. So this is a donor frame of brood, so she is backfilling where that brood's hatched out and emerged. Well, I'd just about swear she'd be on this frame. Oh, she is. I was staring right at her. Yeah, she's one of those dark tiger butt queens. There she is right there. So right in here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's all larvae, very, very young larvae. So let's get her put back in. Get her put back in there. Let's center this up too. Let's take a peek at this other frame, see if she's laid on it any. No, that's all that bright yellow pollen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some of these frames here and move over. Get them more centered up away from the wall. These hives are kind of close. It's hard to work between them here. So here they are right here. If we move them over two more, that'll move them right there. Probably just do one. That'll be sufficient. Actually, I'm going to do two, and that way all the honey will be mostly on this side. And this is the side they're going to get shelter from this hive here from the north wind. This is north. And if they start filling this up with nectar, they can just start filling it out this direction. So I'll get a feeder on them now that they're laying. She's laying. And give them a little piece of pollen patty. I'll go grab some of that and get on here. And I'm going to bring a feeder over from Hive 10. And I'm going to use some different feed on Hive 10. Yeah, so Hive 10 has the Apame feeder on it, and I'll bring that over here. And it has a pollen patty chamber in it to put your pollen patty, and I'll put them some nectar in here that I mixed up with Hive Alive supplement in it. And speaking of Hive Alive sent me some of the, oh, look at there, wax moth. And Hive Alive sent me a new product, and it's an in-hive feeder with the bag, and it's pre-mixed. You put a shim on. They sent me a shim, so I'm going to put that shim together, and I'm going to put it over onto Hive 10 over there where I bring that Apame hive, and I'm going to demonstrate that. It's really neat. What I like about it is it's handy. So stick around for that. On the next video be a product review from Hive Alive. I don't know if those are robbers. They're acting kind of weird. I don't think they are. But yeah, 29 is good. Our tiny swarm queen is laying. She's probably not going to be the best queen in the world because she mated in the fall, and that's not the best. There's not enough drones around to get mated well, but that will get this hive through the winter. If anything, if they do get through the winter, it'll protect all the comb in here from pests throughout the rest of the year, and hopefully she will perform okay, and we can get a second deep going on this, and maybe even a honey super in the spring, and we'll get some honey production out of this. with that fall queen. We'll see. So give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Stick around for the next video coming up later in the week on the Hive Alive premixed feed packets. And we'll catch you on the next beekeeping video. Y'all take care.